We had a relay fail and a North Nose failed in the middle of the night.
So we started getting a false signal.
I heard something, but no directionality.
One of the most powerful tools that IFAW brings to our arsenal of research capabilities is really the Song of the Whale.
The best research in the world today takes place on living whales, studying them in their ocean environment. And that's what Song of the Whale was built to do.
This is the second Song of the Whale. The first one was an existing boat that was adapted to do this sort of work.
Song of the Whale started on a smaller yacht than this.
They purchased the original and modified it over the course of 10 or 15 years.
It started in the hope to combat the idea of scientific whaling.
One of the excuses they used to take whales to make it look okay to the world was to say that we're taking animals and then we measure them and we get measurements that you can't get otherwise. It's for scientific reasons, so they, scientific whaling. We saw that as an easy fix. If we could come up with techniques to get the same information without touching or harming the whale, then they couldn't use that as an excuse anymore.
Ultimately, for me, I stand here as a father. I want my children to be able to enjoy whales and my children's children. So I'm deeply honored to be part of this occasion and the launch of this great boat.
In 2004, IFAW managed to raise enough money to build this, Song of the Whale 2. It was always the dream to try and build a purpose-built research vessel.
The ideas were flying around for years. This is a bigger boat by probably 2/3. It's laid out so much better for the work we do, and there was so much thought put into it.
Nice steel hull, which is purpose-built, 22 meters, was designed to have an A-frame on the back for higher observations.
And you can have two people up there quite quickly and quite easily, and easy communication between the helmsperson and the data collector, so everybody's in the same place.
Probably 800 meters, we have 2 humpbacks.
A large back deck for our hydrophone wheels.
But it's a bigger boat, but you have 2 wheels, so you can be on either side of the vessel, so when you're maneuvering around whales, you actually sometimes have a better view than you would have on the smaller vessel.
It's got a special 5-bladed prop with overlapping blades that makes a lot less noise than a standard prop.
She's also electrically isolated in a way that makes it, the hydrophone's very quiet. The idea is that if they don't hear us or hear us very little, we won't affect what they're doing. The data we collect will be more true to what their true behavior is.
Very impressive.
She's beautiful,
Very
isn't she?
impressive. She really is. She's kind of sexy and functional and kind of rather groovy.
That was another back.
Back. Could be back then. We've gone past it.
This is the first year we've been able to work with IFAW's Song of the Whale, and it really added a whole new dimension to the project. One of the areas that we're deficient in terms of data is nighttime data. What are the whales actually doing at night?
We're involved mainly in the tracking, particularly at night time, and in particular trying to track mother-calf pairs.
Well, we know that mothers and calves preferentially use Stellwagen Bank, and it appears it's because of this Sandlance link.
In order to understand why mother-calf pairs are coming to Stellwagen when they're not participating in the daytime feeding bonanza, we had to study them at night.
During the day, a mother might have to chase fish all over the place, maybe successfully, maybe not, because of the problems she has with taking her calf with her, which is quite slow in terms of its swim speed. But at night, they can go back to these areas that are sandy bottoms, very predictable, and just dive down to the bottom time after time after time, getting their caloric needs from the sand lance that are along the bottom. This particular project uses something called the D-tag, which is a synchronous motion acoustic recording tag.
So during the day, a small Zodiac is going out and tagging animals with D-tags, which have suction cups which attach to the animal's skin. The D-tags are set to stay on the skin for 24 hours.
It records everything they do, pitch, roll, heading, sounds. Every sound the animal makes, every sound the animal hears is recorded right in the tag.
It takes information and gives you the profile of the whale's dive.
Each tag has a VHF transmitter that kind of sends out a little signal, deet, deet, deet.
Every time the animal surfaces and the antenna reaches above the surface, it sends out pulses or clicks.
And then IFAW had an automatic direction finder that would help them locate on these whales so we would never lose them.
So this lights up where the animal is.
And we can literally try and track the whale.
Oh, hey, strong one to right.
The goal was to keep a tag on 24 hours.
Last night we got our first tag on that was on for the night.
It's hard to follow these animals overnight. You can't see anything. You're just hearing this little ping, ping, ping.
I think it's sort of just below the surface there.
We started to have an electrical problem on the boat.
It is a bit of a panic. Your tag is gone, your whale is gone.
We set up a bit of a search pattern.
We've had a visual of her over.
There seems to be some cooperative nature that we really hadn't thought would exist.
Every day's a new challenge.
I'm just amazed at the number of whales in this area.
We get to do something that feels worthwhile.
On Saturday we head off to Iceland.
Looking for other habitats where there might be the North Atlantic right whales and hopefully reach Iceland in about 3 weeks' time.